Good morning, everybody. Welcome to, I guess this would be bedroom yoga. So today we're gonna do some work in our room. And I think part of this is just giving you guys those options of, wherever you can roll out your mat and do some yoga. That's the most important thing. So let's go ahead and get started. You're gonna sit up nice and tall, either on a block or something to elevate you off the seat, off the ground. Go ahead and cross your legs, close your eyes, and rest your hands either in your lap or on your knees, palm facing up. And just start with a nice slow inhale in. Just beginning to check back into the breath. And as you begin to slow everything down, I want you to connect your sit bones into the earth. Begin to close the lips, rest the jaw soft inside the mouth, and begin to breathe in and out through the nose. And as you draw the breath in, just begin to press that belly outward as you inhale in. And take that breath into the chest, opening the lungs, spreading the ribs open as you take that nice, long, slow, deep breath in. Just start to slow everything down, begin to ground down into the earth, make that connection. Coming into stillness in both breath and body and mind. Breathing in and out of the nose. And then just do the best you can to begin to quiet down the mind. You can do this by listening to the breath as you inhale in, listening to the sound of the breath as it changes on the exhale out. And just focus on keeping that rhythm of the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just one continuous breath. No pauses between the inhale and the exhale. Really focusing on using the entire breath. Filling the belly with breath. Filling the chest and the lungs with breath. Releasing the breath out of the lungs. And then drawing the belly button all the way back to the spine as you exhale that last breath out. Imagine a sponge filling with water on the inhale. And then on the exhale, wringing that sponge out, trying to get every last drop of water out of that sponge, getting every last drop of breath out. Making sure the spine stays nice and tall, the shoulders are dropped away from the ears, the legs are opening up. Just coming into stillness, coming into present moment, breath, relaxing of the body, the mind, and the spirit. And then just taking these next few breaths to begin to set your intention for your practice today. Let it be that thing that grounds you down to your practice, that keeps you centered and focused. That thing that brings you back if your mind begins to wander away. And then begin to send out that love and light to the world right now. With your next breath in, inhaling your arms up over your head. Exhaling the hands into heart center. Finishing out our meditation time today with 1 cleansing breath and then 3 ohms. Taking that nice slow deep breath in. And after your last Om, just letting your breath return to normal. Keeping that continuous inhale in and exhale out. And with your next breath in, taking those arms up over your head. Exhale, lowering the right arm down, reaching up with the left, and then reaching over as we stretch into our seated spinal bend. It's always important to keep the breath continuous. So if you recognize that you're holding your breath, just come back to that sound. Listening to the inhales and the exhales. And with your next breath in, taking that right arm up to meet the left. Exhale that left arm down, reaching up and over to the left. Pushing that right hip down towards the floor. Nice and slow with the breath. Inhale, reaching up, nice tall spine. On your exhale, it's coming to our seated spinal twist. Letting those shoulders drop away from the ears, looking back to your right fingers and opening the legs soft and relaxed towards the floor. And then on your next breath, go ahead and drop those hands down, looking all the way over your right shoulder for that deep spinal twist. Inhale, slowly coming back up through center. Again, tall spine as you open up for your twist. Looking all the way back to your left fingers. On your next exhale, dropping the hands down, deepening that twist. Looking all the way over the left shoulder. Big belly breaths. And on your next breath in, taking those arms back up. Big inhale in. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Keeping that seated legs, not fire log legs, just seated legs. We're going to walk those hands forward. Reaching out as far forward as you can. If you can drop your forearms down to the mat without your sit bones coming off your block, then that's fine. If not, you can stay up on your hands. But we just want to tuck that chin down in. See if you can pull those shoulders apart, opening up the upper back and the neck. Do some neck rolls. And then gently walking the hands back up. Let's take those hands behind us, lock the knuckles, open the chest. Again, if you want to add a little neck roll, just a gentle movement of the head from side to side. Again, this is all about what you feel, what you need today. Okay, you're the one that's in control of the body. Keeping those knuckles locked, begin to bend at the waist, lifting the arms up as you lean forward, forehead to the mat. On your next inhale in, bringing those knuckles back to the floor, releasing the arms and give them a good shake. All right, go ahead and roll over your hands and knees, coming into all fours. Slide your block or whatever you were sitting off to the side. Get that nice lined up motion with your all fours, so the wrists are under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips, and we're going to go into our cat-cow. So beginning to arch the back as you inhale in, and then exhale. Inhale into cat, exhale into cow. Find those sweet spots that you need that little extra stretch in as you move through this cat-cow. Most important thing is to get the hips and the spine and the neck warm before we move into our practice today. After your fifth cat-cow, you're going to come back into neutral spine, flattening out the back as you tuck slightly under that tailbone, keeping the shoulders pulled apart. All right, guys, we're going to inhale this right arm up. As we exhale, we're going to tuck it under, threading that needle, reaching all the way across, dropping that right shoulder down. Finish the breath. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, reach up. Open that chest. Stretch the shoulder. One more, open. This time as you come through, pause here. Walk that left arm out. Sit those hips back. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Then come back up to your all fours again. Going to move into the left side. Take that inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle down. Finish the breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread it through. Finish the breath. Inhale in. Exhale, bring it under. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck it under. Stay here. Finish the breath. Walk that right hand out. Push the hips down towards the heels. Pause here for a few breaths. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Come back up to all fours. All right, from here, we're going to walk our hands, that one big handprint forward, tuck the toes, and you're going to come back into your down dog. So pushing the hips up and back. Soft knees, pushing those heels towards the floor, lifting the hips up, looking back at your toes, pressing that chest towards the floor, towards your thighs. You can begin to walk the heels out, bending that left knee, straightening out the right leg. And then on your breath, switch. You can even shake your head yes to make sure that your neck is nice and relaxed. Just a gentle movement from side to side. You're going to stay in this for 2 more breaths. Really making sure you're getting that good stretch in, driving those heels down. On your last breath, press both heels towards the floor. Stay in that full extension of your down dog. And then on your next inhale, looking up, you're going to walk your feet forward into your forward fold, coming to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your shins, come up to half lift. Exhale down, squeeze it in. Reverse swan dive, coming up, hands to heart center. Make sure those legs are strong, so the glutes are tight and squeezed. The quads are nice and tight, and I'm lifting up through my arches. So my knees aren't flat and have knock knees in here. I'm going to lift up through my lower arches, having the weight shifted to all four corners of my feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center, standing strong. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Squeeze it in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Strong legs. Exhale, hands at heart. I'm going to do a couple more of those. I'm going to take my sweater off because I'm getting a little warm. It means we're starting to build that breath inside the body, which is good. Building that heat. Okay, so you start feeling kind of warm. That's a good thing, right? So hands back at heart. We're going two more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Half lift. Exhale, down. Reverse swan dive up. Strong legs as you stand. Hands to heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Exhale, down. Plant the hands. Step back to plank. Strong plank. Pull those elbows in. We're lowering ourselves all the way down. Slow as you can. Belly's the last thing that touches the floor. Untuck the toes. Pull those elbows back. Come up to low cobra. Squeeze your glutes. Tighten those legs. Lower down. Plank to down dog. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Flat back. Exhale down. Squeeze it in. Reverse swan dive up. Strong legs. Hands to heart center. Inhale up. We got a couple more of these. Just continuing to warm the body. Moving on your breath. So every movement has a breath. Every breath has a movement. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Lower down. Low cobra. And down. Plank to down dog. Forward fold. Just stay with the breath as much as you can. Feel the rhythm of the breath. Feel the rhythm of the movement. You're going to move on your breath, and everyone's might be a little different. The most important thing is you stay connected and you feel the breath and the movement working together, not in opposition. Work your way all the way back up into your forward fold. Now as we're in our forward fold, bring those feet together. Make sure everything is touching. Going to bend your knees, sitting back. So let's start by actually shifting our weight. We're going to rock forward to back. Feel that shift happen. And then rock back into your heels. So your toes should naturally want to come off the mat. We're going to bend our knees, sitting back like we're sitting in a chair, sweeping the mat and coming up into my chair pose. If I look down, I can see my toes. Okay, so my knees aren't forward, my weight's not on my toes, my weight's in my heels, and I'm just sitting down. Drive those thumbs back behind you, breathe. Hands to heart, and fold. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa flow, whatever that looks like for you. The most important thing, again, is to move with the breath. Feel that flow. Come back to your forward fold again. Make sure those feet are together. Sweeping in the chair, shift the weight back to the heels. Sweep the floor, sitting up in your chair. Pull those thumbs back to the wall behind you. Sit down and breathe. Hands to heart and fold. Plant the hands, vinyasa flow. One more time, coming into that forward fold. Sweeping up into your chair. Staying in your chair, bring your hands to heart. Let's try our twist here, okay? So left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Make sure your left knee does not shoot past the right. So keep those knees in line. Get that twist. Keep that left knee pulled back. Still sitting in the chair. As we come up, we're standing. Inhale. Exhale. Back to chair. Heels have the weight, not the toes. Heart. Twist. Pull that right knee back. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Fold. Plant the hands, step back, go through your vinyasa flow. Stay in your down dog. Take 2 breaths. Take your right leg up. Step it through for your crescent lunge. Again, protecting that front leg. Watch where that knee goes. Driving that back heel down towards the floor. Hands to the heart, 3-legged dog. Down dog. Vinyasa flow. Left leg up. Crescent lunge. Three-legged dog. Down dog. Come to plank and hold. Instead of going through our vinyasa flow, we're going to hold our plank. Incorporate some core into this. So make sure your feet are at least hip distance apart. We're going to do some shoulder taps. Now we're going to do this without opening our hips. Okay, we want to keep those hips square to the floor. We're just going to tap our shoulders with our opposite hand. Stay with the breath. Back to plank. Down dog. Right leg up. Crescent lunge. Slight tuck under the tailbone. We want to really stretch out this left hip flexor. Okay, so we're driving that left heel down. All right, now we're going to stay here and we're going to do some breath work. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull it open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. We got one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Hold. Little pulses. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Three-legged dog. Down dog. Plank. We're going to do knee taps. You're going to tap your right knee, bring it back up. Tap your left knee, bring it back up. Just little knee taps. Stay in your plank. Plank, down dog. Three-legged dog. Take that left leg up, open the hips. Crescent lunge. Again, slight tuck of the tailbone. Now we're opening up that right hip flexor, driving that right heel towards the floor, keeping those hips sunk down. Okay, really working on this left quad right here. And add that arm work. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull, 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 squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull, squeeze it down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it down and squeeze those arms back and pulse. Little baby pulses. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands through the heart, three-legged dog. Down dog. And we're going to take rest in our child's pose. So open those knees up as wide as your mat. We're going to push those hips all the way back to our heels. And then walk your fingers as far forward as you can. So the idea is to rest those heels on the hip, or rest the hips on the heels, the buttocks on the heels. And walk those fingers forward as far as you can. Rest your forehead on your mat. Breathe. If you just press your fingertips down into the mat, you will open up that upper back and get a good stretch through there. And then one more full breath in, full breath out. Come back up to your all fours. Make sure those hands are to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toes. We're going back to our down dog. All right, let's take this right leg up. Step it through to the front, coming into that crescent lunge. Now we're going to rotate our feet so that we're standing sideways on our mat. Okay, I'm going to turn my mat so you can see a little bit better. We're going to be in this, what we call gaucho type of position here. So it's a gaucho lunge or a gaucho squat. So just like I would be in my nice long legs, okay, my toes are turned out slightly, and I have those knees bent. Now, again, we don't want the knees falling inward. We want them to pull out towards the toes. So hopefully the pinky toe. You can adjust the distance between your feet, but you really want this position of that wide leg. Pull those knees back towards the wall behind you, okay? Here, again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. When you pull down, I want you to squeeze those shoulders together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze. We got 2 more of these. Stay in that squat. Up. Squeeze. Up. Pull down and squeeze as hard as you can. Tighten those arms as you squeeze back. As you inhale, stand up. You can shake out your legs. We're going to do a little stretch, okay? Stretching those hamstrings. So inhale, reach up. It's like our forward fold. We're coming down, leading with the chest. Grab the outsides of the ankles and just a gentle pull of the chest towards the thighs. And then reverse swan dive back up. Hands back to heart. Okay, again, make sure you have this gaucho stance. Okay. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, now as you pull your arms down, you're going to come into that squat. Inhale, up. Exhale, pull down. Squeeze those arms. Inhale, up. Make sure those knees are pulling over the pinky toes, opening wide. Inhale, up. Exhale, pull down. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Here's our last one. We're going to exhale. We're going to hold. Okay, we're going to do some pulses. So we're going to do little pulses right here, just like this. Keep those shoulders pulled back. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it down again. Leading with that chest. You can put your hands on the mat. You can put your hands on your ankles, whatever is comfortable. Make sure you have a soft bend in the knee so the knees aren't locked out. And then reverse swan dive up. Hands to heart. Come back into your gaucho squat. We're going to pick that right heel up on the right foot only and add our bounces. Just a little pulses. But that right heel is off the floor. That right knee and left knee are still pulling backward towards the wall behind you, and you are breathing. Put that right heel down. Inhale up. Exhale, pull open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull open. Sit low. Inhale up. It's our last one. Pull open. Left heel. Pulse. For 3, 2, inhale up. Exhale, open. We got 3 of these. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, open. This time we're going to pause. I know I said 3, but here's our one more. We got our bounces. Squeeze those shoulders. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Your legs are going to love you tomorrow. Yes, they will. All right, from here, go ahead and bring those toes back in. You're going to rotate yourself towards the front of your mat and step back into down dog. So that right foot comes back to the back of the mat. Come down to all fours. Take your right foot back, tuck it under. Push that heel down. And work on some stretching here through that back leg, hamstring area, calf. Put that right knee down. Take the left leg back, tuck the toes under. Give it a little stretch. Do one more time, both sides. So take that right leg back, tuck it under. Push your heel down. and the left. Since my mat's like this, we're just going to finish this way, okay? Back to all fours. Take yourself back to your down dog. You guys can probably see me better this way. Anyway, take that right leg up. Step it through to crescent lunge. And warrior two. Extended angle. Warrior two, so nothing from the waist down moves. Just the upper body, extended angle. Reach to the front. Come back to warrior two. Extended angle. And then lower down, picking up that back heel, coming back into your down dog. Take that left leg up. Big open hip. Step it through crescent lunge. Warrior two. Extended angle. So this left shoulder is pulled back to stack on top of my right. Coming back to my warrior two. Again, nothing from the waist down moves. Extended angle. Warrior two. Extended angle. Lower that arm down as you pick up the back foot. Come back into your three-legged dog. And down dog. All right, guys, we're going to finish up with some leg stretches. So we're going into our pigeon, which means you're going to need a block or something to put under your hip. So go ahead and get set up for that. Once you have it, take your right leg up. Step your right foot to the inside of your left thumb. And then just lay that right shin down parallel to the front of your mat. Okay, make sure your right knee is on the outside of your right hip. And this foot is away from the groin. We want it pushed up so that it's in a straight line with the knee. Now the hardest part about this is rolling over to your left hip. Okay, so you want to really try to roll that left hip down. Slide that left leg back as much as you can. Maybe someday that left hip flexor will touch the floor. When you're ready, and only if you're ready, you can come down to your forearms. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so just stay in it and breathe. Think about that second, third chakra area. Maybe we're holding on to some tightness and some tension, maybe some emotions, some stress of what's going on right now. Okay, this is a great opportunity just to sit in this and stretch and be in the breath. Allow the hips, allow the second and third chakra to open, breathe into it. The minute you start to feel uncomfortable, I want you to stay with it. Okay, it's so easy for us just to get out of it when things are uncomfortable. Okay, dip out, peace out, leave it, whatever it is. But if we actually want to get through something, we have to sit in the uncomfortableness of it and breathe. Be open to the lessons it's teaching us. Be willing to stare it in the face and then say, bye, sayonara, later, get out of here. Take yourself one more full breath in. Full breath out. Let's get our counter stretch. So if you are in your forearms, come back to your hands. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back leg and take this right leg back up to your three-legged dog. And check it out. Make sure that leg is still there, still connected. Come into your down dog. Shift your block or whatever you're using over to the other side. Start by taking the left leg up for your three-legged dog. Opening the hip up. And then step it to the inside of your right thumb. Okay, once you get it up there, you start to lower that shin down parallel to the front of the mat, keeping the leg away from the groin. Slide that right leg back as far as it will go. Make sure the left knee is outside of this left hip. Okay, so you want to push it to the outside. Sometimes you got to force that leg where you want it to go. Okay, so push it over. Begin to roll to that right side. And I always like to recommend you staying upward. Stay upright for a few breaths. This allows your hip to recognize what's happening. Allows you to begin to tune into maybe some of the tightness that you're feeling in that left hip. After those few breaths in, if you're ready, you can start to come down onto those forearms. And then just be at peace with this position. Be at breath. Stay in the breath, stay focused, stay present. When we're in these moments of stillness, it's easy for our minds to begin to run. And if we let them, they'll run wild. So I challenge you to stay in this moment. Focus in on that hip. Focus in on the breath. Take yourself into that second and third chakra, that solar plexus, the seat of the emotions. Inhale to collect all of the stuff. Exhale to release it away. Two more breaths. You're down on your forearms. Work your way back up to your hands. Tuck those back toes. Lift the back leg. Take yourself back up to your three-legged dog. Shake it out. Down dog. And then come down to all fours. And then back onto your back. Pull those knees into your chest. And give them a big hug. And then a little rock from side to side. Stretch out that low back. Bring your arms out to a T. Roll your knees over to the right. Looking over to the left for that low back stretch. Come back through center nice and slow. And then over to the left. Look off to the right. And then again, slowly back through the back. One more big hug. Pull those knees in. And then lower your legs down. We have a couple options for our Savasana. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together and rest your hands right here on your groin. This is one of my favorite resting positions. Or you can go in our traditional Savasana with your legs all the way out and your palms facing upwards. So take rest in whichever position you'd like to feel most comfortable in today. Start by closing your eyes, coming back into the breath. And begin to find that comfortable resting place. Eyes closed, breath returning to normal. And beginning to relax all the muscles out of the body. Once you're rested with your eyes closed, begin to look between that space, right between your eyebrows. Breathe into it. And then just begin to start to bring a little bit of life back into the body. Start by wiggling the fingers and toes, checking back into the breath. And when you're ready, take your next breath in, reaching up over your head, stretch, point your toes, reach in both directions. And then gently roll over onto your right side, bringing your knees into your chest for fetal position. And then gently on your next breath in, sitting back up, coming back into seated position with your legs crossed and your eyes closed and your hands at heart center. Coming back into the breath, back into the body. Sending love and light out to all those in this world that need that extra love, extra light, extra spirit. Sending love and light to you all as well. Until we meet again, may you all walk in love and light and with wisdom. Namaste. Great job today, you guys. Excellent video. See you guys next time.